Now, the goddess of fantasy, if you have read Zhukovsky, dear Nastenka, has already spun her golden warp and begun to fashion before his eye patterns of a fantastic, marvelous life. And who knows, perhaps with her whimsical hand, she has transported him to a seventh crystal heaven from the excellent granite sidewalk on which he was walking home. Try stopping him now and ask him suddenly where he is standing now, along which streets has he walked. He probably will remember nothing, neither where he was walking nor where he is now standing, and after blushing with vexation, he will certainly tell some lie in order to save face. That's why he was so taken aback, almost crying out and looking all in alarm when a very respectable old woman who had lost her way politely stopped him in the middle of the sidewalk and began to ask him for directions. Frowning with vexation, he carries on walking, scarcely noticing that he has caused more than one passerby to smile and turn around to look at him as he walked away, and that some little girl, as she timidly made way for him, began to laugh loudly as she looked wide-eyed at his broad, contemplative smile and gesturing hands. The same fantasy caught up in its playful flight the old woman, and the curious passerbys, and the laughing girl, and the peasants who were spending their night right there on the barges that crowded the Fontanka. Let's assume at this moment a hero was walking along there, and mischievously wove everybody and everything into canvas, like a fly in a spider's web. And with this new accusation that eccentric had entered his comforting lair, sat down to dinner, finished his dinner long ago, and only came to when the pensive and eternally doleful Matryona who waits on him had already cleared everything from the table and given him his pipe. He came to and recalled with surprise that he had already had his dinner, but had taken no notice whatsoever how that was accomplished. It had grown dark in the room. His heart feels empty and forlorn. The whole kingdom of dream was collapsed around him, collapsed without a trace, without a sound or fuss. It flew past like a vision, and he himself doesn't remember what he was dreaming about. But some vague sensation faintly disturbs his breast and causes it to ache.